don't got the motto. I just look nice in the photo.
Baby girl, I know I'm in popular demand. Only you can have my auntie, man. I want you only night.
It's the best and most entertaining evening show on radio. Adora and Ashawn on your inspiration station.
Your inspiration station. 99 FM.
In the news tonight, City of Windhoek secures 155 million Namibian dollar loan for new power substation to avoid load shedding.
The International University of Management, a Namibian university dedicated to its people's future, a hub of abundant opportunities.
We are IUM for life. We are IUM.
Good evening, I'm Tonata Kavila. In the news tonight, man shot in both legs after scuffle with security guards. PEPFAR awards Namibia for reaching impressive HIV treatment. Miss and Mr. Supranational pageant selects final top 20 contestants. Windhoek vendors negatively affected by rise in potato prices. And Business on One comments corner, sport and the weather. A 20-year-old self-employed boilermaker is recovering at Katutura State Hospital in Windhoek after he was caught in the middle of a shootout with security guards late Saturday afternoon at Okuriangava. The man, Henok Shivolo, was shot with a pistol 3 times, once in the right leg and twice in the left leg. The security guard appeared in the Katutura Magistrates Court today, where he was granted bail of 1,000 Namibia dollars.
Speaking from his hospital bed, Henok Shivolo narrated that he went to buy some of his needs at a mini market with his cousin and friend on Saturday afternoon. According to Shivolo, he intervened in the argument, which escalated into verbal insults. He stated that a security guard employed by Apache Security Services drew a pistol and he was struck by 3 bullets, of which one is still lodged in his leg and is awaiting surgery. The self-employed boilermaker stated that the shooting will have an impact on his work because he is sometimes required to climb on roofs.
My condition is just a bit like on the right leg, the bullet went through, and my bone got broken. On the left side, because I was shot twice, on the left side the bullet is still inside. And the doctor is saying they are going to do a surgery today. They'll call me to the theater today. And we might just go with them, because we bought the beers and everything there straight inside the shop. So they got and I think the driver didn't understand it well. So I came between. I told the driver, the one I came with, what I heard from the security inside the mini market, and he got to understand. Because we were going out, reversing the car out, going out. The guy who shot me was busy shouting at us, like he was insulting us and provoked the driver. Then the driver comes out and I pushed him inside. I managed to push him inside and he reversed out again. We were trying to come out of the yards of the mini market.
The security guard made his first court appearance in the Katutura Magistrate Court on charges of attempted murder and negligence handling of firearm. The suspect is out on bail of 1,000 Namibian dollars and his case was remanded to 23 March this year. Supervisor at Apache Security Service, Helen Johannes, stated that Shivolo and his friends allegedly provoked security guards because they wanted to buy alcohol, but the liquor section was already closed. Johannes stated that Shivolo's associates allegedly punched a security guard who felt threatened and drew his gun and shot at the three men.
From there, one of my staff, one of my security guards points or a driver that you cannot insult me with my mother. I'm bigger than you and you have no right to insult me like that. As I'm a security does not mean I'm abnormal. I'm normal like you, like your parents also. From there, the boy jumped out from the car and come and hit the security a punch on the mouth. From there, people came running to separate them. They were separated. I came from other side and tell them that they must move their car outside of the premise because they are no more. We are no more wanting them to stay here because they are just here for fighting.
Great deals from Choppies. Choppies, great deals for your money.
Namibia has been awarded for the progress it has made toward reaching the UNAIDS HIV fast-track target of 95 and ending AIDS as a public health threat by 2030. The Minister of Health and Social Services, Kalumbi Shangula, stated that the award by PEPFAR is an indication that the strategy for HIV prevention is effective and sustainable as it is anchored on a barrier method of using condoms and antiretroviral therapy.
Namibia recently received an award of recognition in South Africa for achieving the UNAIDS 95 HIV fast-track targets. According to Shangula, as of January 2023, there are 215,348 people, inclusive of adults and children, living with HIV in Namibia. However, the minister added that by gender, the virus is higher amongst women, standing at 15.1% compared to 8.4% amongst men. Shangula said Namibia has been battling the epidemic for 37 years now, since the first case was reported in 1986, noting that over the years, Namibia has made significant progress in controlling the HIV epidemic.
On the latest spectrum estimate, Namibia has achieved 92, 99 and 94% of the UNAIDS 95 targets. This translates as follows. Among the estimated population of people living with HIV, 92% are aware of their HIV status. And among those who are aware of their HIV status, 99 are on antiretroviral treatment. And among those who are on antiretroviral treatment, 94% of them are virally suppressed.
PEPFAR coordinator Rachel Amoroso commended Namibia on her award, noting that the government has made impressive achievements through the national HIV program.
The government of the Republic of Namibia has really made impressive achievements through the national HIV program, and we've been proud to be partnered as PEPFAR for the last 18 years. Namibia is now one of the one of the first and few high-burden HIV countries to be approaching epidemic control. And this award is very well deserved by your team that's been working through the national program. There's been a remarkable threefold reduction in HIV-related deaths and a fivefold reduction in new infections since we began work together in this partnership between the United States and the Republic of Namibia. Remarkable gains have been realized in treatment, prevention, and health system strengthening, setting the course for Namibia to reach and maintain control of the HIV epidemic while increasing overall health security. So we're very proud to be here today, standing to celebrate this award that you've received. And I just want to congratulate the government of the Republic of Namibia on the recognition of these incredible achievements in HIV and TB.
Shangula further notes that there are new HIV infections in children, adolescents, young women, men, key, vulnerable and priority populations. He added that tuberculosis is the leading cause of death amongst people living with HIV and that women living with HIV are at an increased risk of dying from cervical cancer. 7 regions are reported to have a higher prevalence rate, namely Zambezi region with 21.6%, Oshikoto with 17.1%, Omusati with 15.0%, Kavango East with 14.7%, Kavango West with 14.7%, Oshana with 14.5%, and Ohangwena with 14.3%.
Miss and Mr. Supranational Namibia selected the final top 20 male and female contestants at Safari Court and Hotel, both managed by Accor at the recent Top Model Catwalk Showcase in Windhoek. The pageant director said the 20 contestants who will compete for the crown on the 18th of March are expected to show confidence and originality as they brace for the stage.
The pageant trains and uplifts young Namibian women and men. The director of Miss and Mr. Supranational Namibia, Willem Fourie, who described the top model show as the model walk-off, stated that the top model show and the crowning of the Miss and Mr. Supranational Namibia event are aimed at preparing the contestants for the International Miss and Mr. Supranational pageant.
I want to see good walk-offs. That's what I want to see. I want to see the Heidi Klums, everybody just take that catwalk and just do their thing. So yeah, and it's quite interesting to see how they interpret it and what they do. At Supra International, the winners from here, when they do go internationally, the top model winners for the guys and the girls basically gets a spot in the top 24 automatically. So it is quite a big thing. Here we don't include it because obviously we're not as big as Supra International with almost 80 contestants, but we teach them here and it does play some aspect in their judging. So we do announce a winner on the gala event. So it is quite a big thing for us as well.
News on One caught up with some of the Miss and Mr. Supranational contestants who reflected on what the pageant means to them.
The reason I entered is because the pageant gives me a platform which is to reach my community on health-related issues they should have before coming to the clinic. So the pageant gives me that platform to reach my community in an easier way.
The reason why I've entered Mr. Supranational is really to be the voice for the voiceless. You know, to also be an inspiration to use this platform to reach so many people that are afraid to speak up about, you know, what they've been through and all of that.
There are a lot of norms and myths when it comes to pageant, especially in my community, and I just want to break that with a platform that inspires to be an aspirational woman.
The Miss and Mr. Supranational Namibia 2023 title holders will represent the country at this year's Miss and Mr. Supranational pageant scheduled to take place on the 14th of July in Poland.
Street vendors who sell fresh produce at Windhoek's Okuriangava Stop and Shop say that since potato prices increased in South Africa, they now make a loss of 60 Namibia dollars from every 7-kilogram bag sold.
A vendor who sells fruits and vegetables at Windhoek Stop and Shop told News on One that she has been running her business since 1995 and has been using her profits to put her 4 children through school and meet her family's daily needs. Selma David said that because the produce she sells is sourced from retailers which are supplied by South Africa, she now only makes $15 profit per 7-kilogram potato bag and has also been losing clients in the process.
My business helps to pay school fees for my children. Even if I make a small profit, I save it to pay school fees. My one child failed grade 12. The other is at Velvicia. The other is at Namcol. And the other is in kindergarten. We buy our products from the stores in Namibia that orders from factories. The last price was fine because a bag was 80 Namibian dollars or 85 Namibian dollars, whereby you could get a profit of 30 Namibian dollars or 50 Namibian dollars. Currently, the bag is 120 Namibian dollars, where your profit is 15 Namibian dollars or 20 Namibian dollars. So there is no real profit unless you buy bulk. Then you have more profit. Then you sell and make 20 Namibian dollars per bag from 2 bags.
The market leader at Stop and Shop said that she has been managing the market since 2011 and that there are currently over 700 vendors at the market, the majority of whom are selling the same products because the fresh produce market is saturated. Johanna Mungenga explained that the most common items on the market are tomatoes, onions, potatoes, spinach, green peppers, chili, and beans, among others.
In 2011,
I started selling tomatoes in 2011, but now because of the number of vendors, business is not moving and income is low. The vegetables are sourced from South Africa, so we struggle sometimes to get product from Lutrets to Marindal, north over. I now sell for 150 Namibian dollars per day, but in the past I used to make 300 Namibian dollars per day. But now there's a lot of vendors in the market. There are a lot of vendors inside the market, so customers were not buying from the inside stalls. Therefore, we move outside, but there are still a lot of vendors outside, so we moved to the boundary next to the pavement.
We are now at the Okuriangava open market, where vendors are selling fresh produce which they source from local retailers such as ShopRite. Vendors are complaining that the rise in the prices of potatoes and onions have affected the market negatively in the sense that they are only making $15 profit per bag. This is Ellen Shiepo from Windhoek with One Africa Television.
Here is a preview of what's in store. Passenger boats in Lagos help residents circumvent traffic jams. Coal pits in Germany are transformed into natural oases. And solar power is changing rural life in northern Ghana.
Welcome to this evening's edition of Business on One. Namibia may soon have an oil training center as an Angolan businessman has partnered with local entrepreneurs to set up an oil and gas training facility at Walfish Bay. An amount of $9 million will be invested in the construction of the state-of-the-art center.
An Angolan businessman, Alberto Figueiredo, who is the chief executive officer and the founder of the academy known as the Operatec Marine and Industrial Training Center, said they have been providing services to the oil and gas industry for the past 27 years and have set up facilities in Angola and South Africa after realizing a lack of skills in the SADC region. During a brief visit at the coastal town last week, the businessmen told the Walvis Bay Mayor, Trevino Forbes, that they have been looking for countries to expand and decided on Namibia as it has a positive outlook on oil discovery. Figueiredo stated that the aim of the training center is to train as many Namibians to avoid jobs being taken up by outsiders.
We start to looking to expand out of Angola, and we identified that Namibia, because of the discovery of the oil and the gas. So we made first contacts, and we found the good partner, local partners, because we don't like go to investment on place and not involving the local citizens. Okay, from our side, because we have the commitment, our commitment is to train the local people, okay, to avoid the company to bring labor from outside, okay. So we decided to start this much.
The director of Operatec Marine and Industrial Training Center in Namibia, Absalom Philippus, said the center will make Namibia the third country in the region that provides oil and gas training.
I can tell you that this will be only the third training center in the whole of Africa. We got one in Angola, which is Operatec Angola, and one in South Africa. The South African one is overwhelmed. They cannot cater for everybody right now. We've got trainees that have been returned last week already. Yes, they can't be trained there, it's too full.
The Walvis Bay Mayor, Trevino Forbes, who welcomed the development of the center, stated that the facility is in line with the Walvis Bay's vision as it will create job opportunities.
This initiative, Mr. Ipingi and your team, is very, very well accepted by the Council of Walvis Bay. As we are well aware, this is the first of its kind, this development, the first of its kind, and the job market has been seeking for this for a long time now. If you look at people applying, they come from a certain college with a certain knowledge and you go into the job market. But when you enter this job market, you must still be sent to other parts of Africa, Dubai, Angola, for further training.
Currently, only Angola and South Africa have oil and gas training centers across Africa.
And that is all we have for you. Be sure to follow us on our social media pages for more on Business on One.
Coming up on the program, we'll talk to some locals in Katole, Zambia about why child marriage is prevalent there. Then in Namibia, we get up close and personal with a girl who was married young but is determined to change things. And slam artist Kamal Raji takes us on a tour of his hometown Cotonou, which has something for everyone.
Now a look at the Comments Corner, your daily dose of comments from our social media pages. Female inmates at the Windhoek Correctional Facility have praised the vocational training program introduced by the Namibian Correctional Service, the NSC, saying that partaking in activities such as baking, weaving and needlework, among others, makes time pass faster. Samantha applauded the Namibia Correctional Service for the program. Dangote suggests that male inmates not only cut grass but do other activities such as sport. Victoria said she respects mothers who support their children while behind bars. John described the initiative as a great way to keep the inmates busy. Kelvin wants to know if she can purchase the products produced. And Hane said when out of prison, they can do something positive. That's all from the Comments Corner. Be sure to engage on our stories on our social media pages for broadcast on News on One.
Got your feel-good vibes.
99 FM.
And now for a look at what's happening on the sport front. The Namibia Newspaper Cup, which is sponsored by Standard Bank Namibia, works with the government to collectively inject $3 million Namibia dollars annually into upgrading hostels and stadiums in the region that hosts that particular year's annual tournament. This year's much anticipated sporting event is slated to take place in the Otjozondjupa region.
The Namibia Newspaper Cup, which is sponsored by the Standard Bank Namibia, launched the draw of the annual Namibia Newspaper Cup in the town of Otjozondjupa earlier today, the same town where this year's tournament is expected to take place on the 7th of next month. Chairperson of the Otjozondjupa Regional Council, Marlene Bakera, used the platform to highlight that the tournament has seen many young and talented youth not only compete, but also feature in the under-19 and 21 Namibian national teams in both netball and football.
Cup proudly brought to you by Standard Bank will play competitive football and netball to be seen by coaches for possible call-up to the national under-20 teams. The Newspaper Cup is a very special sport property. It targets young boys and girls under 20. It produces regional teams that graduate from the recent Governors' Cup held in each political region. It coincides with a very important religious program of Easter. So Easter, you know, it's religious. We are praying, therefore the Newspaper Cup is always blessed. It happens in the time of prayer.
The president of Netball Namibia, Rebecca Gargases, in turn stated that since netball was added to the tournament 4 years ago, the under-19 netball national team has been selecting its players from the regional tournaments and has international players.
It is our fourth time to be included here, and we are grateful for that. Through this opportunity and platform, we have created excellent players who represent our country at the under-19 championships and tournaments. Through this platform, we have created players such as Monica Bonasis, Rochelle Roots, who currently are playing in South Africa at University of Johannesburg.
In addition, the interim Secretary General of the Namibian Football Association, Johan Trout, told Sport on One that the tournament also contributes to the development of football players in the regional setups and contributes to the growth of the economy.
The Newspaper Cup is 100% aligned with youth football development, creating ongoing competition exposure to our young footballers that come to this 21st edition of the Newspaper Cup. And ready to exhibit their best skills during these 4 days, during the Easter weekend. The NFA is proud to be part of this noble initiative. Even more, also having sponsors such as the Namibian Standard Bank, the Ministry of Youth Sport, Youth National Services, and Coca-Cola, to have them on board. And we actually need many more sponsors like this to actually keep soccer alive in Namibia. We believe that this competition will increase the returns on your marketing investment, especially for the intended purpose to associate the corporate brand with the NFA and the Newspaper Cup. And I firmly believe and understand the slogan that you have, revive economic growth through sport, is very spot on. And that is what this cup will bring to the town of Otjozondjupa.
The Chazanjupa regional football team is set in Group B with the defending champions, which include the Zambezi region, Komas region and the Claras region.
That's all the sport news we had for you. Please stay tuned for the weather forecast.